Hi, everybody. Oh my gosh. I gotta turn the volume off on this. Thank you for being so patient with me. I had no idea what I was doing, obviously, and I was trying to get actually the camera to face the other direction, but I couldn't figure it out, and I had to end one. There was a live up there for just a short period of time because I was trying to figure out the camera and I couldn't do it. So I ended that. Now how do I get out of this? Okay, there we go. Hi, Jeanette. Hi, Angela. You did find me, Angela. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. This is a bizarre situation where I'm actually talking and and I can see what you guys are saying once I put my glasses on, of course. Yeah, so that's really cool. Although I don't like this camera angle. I wish it would be the other way. I don't know why. I just don't like the way it looks on YouTube. Hi, Susan. How are you? Well, thank you guys. You know what? I thought I'd come on here and there'd be no one here and I'd be just talking to myself for a little while because I do know that when you do a live, it actually comes up the video later and you can watch it. Oh, I do have my fan on. I want you guys to tell me if you can hear me okay, and if the fan is intrusive or too loud, because I can turn that off. It's no problem. Just really hot, but I have no problem turning it off if you can't hear me. So I'll just wait and see what you guys say. How interesting situation here. I'm usually obviously on the other end of the live, so I really don't. I'm trying to get myself positioned in a different position here. I really don't. I'm usually typing, not talking to the responses. How bizarre. I have Johnny Boy with me today and with me right now. Thank you, thank you. This is Johnny. I don't know if you can see him. The camera I'm looking at is not showing everything. I hope it is for you guys. Oh, you hear me fine, Angela? Great. Perfect. I'm just going to set, well, you probably can't see Johnny. Can you? Oh, maybe if I put him here. Somewhat. I feel like I'm in the wrong positioning, but that's okay. So, I'm happy that you've seen that on TikTok, Ange. That's really good. I actually, I tried to put a few out there. Oh, you can hear me, Susan? Good. Oh my goodness. I didn't have anything, I guess when people go on a live, they just maybe Q&R, I'm not really sure, questions and answers, I guess, Q&A. I don't have anything particular planned. I did grab this game here that I used to do, just when I did support groups, I used to pull this out as just a way to get to know you kind of thing. So I thought, if we're kind of lost for things to talk about, I can just grab some things out of here. When I did this before, I actually, we put the Jenga, get the game together, and then we would just pull it out, and each block has, I don't know if you can see that, it has a little question on there. And, I love Johnny too. He reminds me of my dad. I lost my dad in 2020, and gosh, there's nothing, it's pretty hard when you lose a family member. It's, I don't know, when you lose someone so close like that, like close as a family member, it's hard. It's hard to actually come to terms with it. Like, sometimes I still think, and I know it's strange, but sometimes I still think that it's not true. Does that make any sense? I don't know if anybody else can relate to that. I'm going to pull myself up closer here. Yeah, so I still think sometimes it's not true. And then you run things all through your mind. I know I do. Run things all through my mind, like what I said, what I didn't say, why didn't I act differently. Why did I say that in the past? Why did I, whatever, all those whys, you know? I think we all do that if we lose somebody. It is hard. It's hard. But it is what it is, you know? What can we do? We just try to live with the memories and love the memories. But this baby Johnny, yes, absolutely reminds me of my dad. Just because, not that I seen him as a baby or anything, but just because he has the, and my dad didn't have curls, so that's kind of weird, but he has that kind of auburn hair and the blue eyes, kind of that Scottish look to him. You made it, Kay! Yay! Thank you, Jeanette. Yeah, it's really sad. It's hard for anybody who loses anybody, and you know, somehow when we're younger we think we're invincible, right? We do. We think we're invincible, and we try to I don't know, we just don't think of that. I find losing my dad, I think more about it. I think more that we're not invincible, and I don't know, I think more about just loss in general, and that I'm not going to be around forever, you know? So you do have to do what makes you happy. You know, that's what we got to do. We got to do what makes us happy, right? If we don't do things that make us happy, I mean, kind of wasting our lives, you know? Thank you, Kay. So I grabbed one of these blocks. Oh, what makes you feel excited? It's one of the blocks. You guys can answer them too. I'd love that. I love if you guys can answer them too. What makes you feel excited? I feel excited. This is making me feel excited. I'm so excited. And this is going funny. I don't know what all that is. Something came up on my computer. But yeah, what makes you feel excited? I get excited. You know what? There wasn't a whole lot that got me really excited. It's strange, but there wasn't. My moods are pretty flat. You know, there's not a whole lot that gets me really excited. My babies, now that I'm into my collecting baby dolls again, has brought a lot more joy to my life and excitement. And I love watching everybody else's videos. I just love it. I love watching people dress their videos, their reactions to their videos, how they love them, right? And, you know, do I have some people in my life that thinks, well, now, you know, she needs to go up yonder somewhere, you know what I mean? But, and you know what, that's okay. You know what, because I really don't care right now what anybody thinks about me. I'm past that. I spent most of my life worrying about what people thought about me. And now I just want to be happy. And they bring me so much happiness. You know what? They do. They do. I love them. Aw, you do too. Aw, that's good, Kay. And it is. You know what? We're not a rare breed. There's a lot of us out there that love baby dolls and love collecting them, dressing them, talking to them, cuddling them, getting a new one, which is exciting. I gotta put that, I gotta watch that, because I see a few and I'm just like, no, hold on, Belinda. You gotta, you know, slow down a bit. That's why I started getting the kits myself and painting them, and did that because I found that it made things more cost effective for myself. So what else makes people excited? Can anybody out there tell me what makes you guys excited? Hello, Patty. Welcome. I'm nice to have you here. There's groups on Facebook? What do you mean, like baby groups on Facebook, Angela? If that's what you mean, I have seen some baby groups on Facebook. reborn groups and collecting people that collect baby dolls. What else do I got here? What's your favorite type of car? That's a weird one. And this is just a get to know you kind of thing, you know, for a live. Just getting to know all my followers and people that have subscribed to my channel. I don't pronounce that word quite right, but thank you guys so much that have. I'm going to grab a drink of my water. It's interesting because I don't have, well, I don't have friendships that I go out and do anything with, and that's just because over the years I found it hard to maintain those with work and home and taking care of my own self, and it was hard to maintain them. And I'm quite an introverted person, but it's so cool to have a community of people you can talk to live, and not only live with your videos, with comments, sweet, kind things that people say is so nice. And you get to know people, that there's people out there like you know, that like watching a live or participating in a live or whatever, have different hobbies or have the same kind of struggles, you know. So what else we got going on here? I have to put my glasses on. Yes, you get excited when you visit with friends. Convertibles is your favorite. That'd be nice to go in a convertible, wouldn't it, Ange? Woo! Oh my gosh. I love that. Yes. I lived in Calgary, Canada there for a few different years, different times. And I used to take I think it was called the C train. And what a great way to get around the city. I mean, you can just, I had a job at each end, and it was so easy, fast, stress-free, you know, and it was really good. I didn't say what kind of is my car is my favorite. I think it's more Toyota. I feel Toyota is, it's funny that come up talking about cars. I feel Toyota is very reliable. And the longevity is there. We have a few cars now, a couple, and both of them are in dire need of repair. And prior to being retired, for a few years there, I leased vehicles because I always have, or still do have, an anxiety about driving and not sure if everything is working properly. I don't know if it's just me, but so I think there's not too many people like me that way, but I always get really nervous and I have to keep them quite maintained. And so I found it was so much easier just to lease a vehicle, even though it costs more than to get a used vehicle and continue to repair it, you know. So right now we have a couple vehicles that are kind of making me nervous. One's in repair, one is sitting out in yard, and yeah, I don't feel safe. I don't. So that's me. Wish we had a C train around here in this little town, but we don't. You love Toyotas? Yeah, I do too, Susan. I love them. I had a little Matrix. I leased a little Matrix, and then I went from a Matrix to, gosh, why can't I think of it? It's a car, a bigger car. Can't even think of it right now. I called it my judge's car because it felt like it was kind of fancy, and I always said it was my judge's car. I would judge in here, or it's my old man type car. That's what I called it. So, what do I got here? Oh, a transit van. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Your transit van. Oh, that's nice. That'd be really nice. Right. And you need that because of your daughter. Oh, okay, for traveling her. All right. I get that. Yeah, they're really nice. Yeah. You can make those into camper vans, eh? Well, it seems to be the thing these days. People are remodeling those into campers and traveling around. I watched a lot of videos. Gosh, just people that remodeled camper vans and they go travel around. That's a huge community on YouTube. Pick a word that describes you that starts with the first letter of your name. Well, I'm Belinda, so a word that describes me that starts with the first letter of my name. Diddly dee dee dee. Let me think now. It's weird to describe yourself because my mind goes to, I don't know. It is. What can I say? It starts with the letter B. I can't think of anything right now. I want to say boring. Maybe some people think I'm boring, but it's very possible, I guess. But I don't consider myself boring per se. A name. Kind. That's nice, Kay. You got her. I like that one. Can't think of one for myself. Not currently. Favorite snack? I'm trying to stay away from snacks, but I always have a problem when it comes to snacks. It's always junk snacks, and it's usually ice cream or chocolate. Those are my favorites. Ice cream and chocolate. Sweet. I like that too. Awesome, Angela, that's right. I agree. Ice cream. Yeah, me too. Ice cream. I like ice cream that has the peanut butter in it. You know, like when it's hard peanut butter. Oh, love it. Love it. Popcorn. Yeah, you like popcorn? Like, do you put the flavor on it, Angela? Like the shaky flavor stuff? Yeah. Chocolate. Rocky Road ice cream. Yay. Yes. Yum. Okay. Here's a different one. What are 3 coping skills that work for you? 3 coping skills that work for you. Just plain popcorn. Wow. Good for you. That's good for you. That's a healthy snack, I think. 3 coping skills that work for you. The first one for me is, I guess the first one and the main one that took a really long time for me to really understand and to really follow through with would be to not react, whatever it is, and take a breath and understand that whatever's going on, I don't have to figure it out immediately, unless it's an emergency, of course. That I can take a few days, think about it, and get back to that person, or think about all, like, really, like, I guess I don't want to analyze, but really work through in your mind what you'd like to do in that situation. So just to take that time and not to feel like you had to answer, react, do something right away. And that's helped me cope with different things throughout my life, because it takes the pressure off me to feel like I have to do something right away. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm a processor. I like to process before I figure out what I'm going to do, because I find I make better decisions that way, and I don't regret what I've done or what I've said, compared to reacting. I may regret what I've said. So that's one. What do you guys got up here? I take my time with figuring things out. Yay, Janet, we're the same. The same. Positive journal, yes. Journaling is really good. When I was a teen, I journaled all the time. And then I did a lot of journaling when I was really stressed during different times in my life. And did a lot of journaling. And I still have those journals. And it's strange to go back and read them. Because you can even see, like, the way I've wrote it down, like the way I've wrote or printed, or the heaviness or the pressure of the pen, like the frustration. Some of my pages would be, you know, so I don't journal now. I'm more of a thinker, and I'm more, I guess in my mind, I'm more settled in the fact that it's okay. I don't have to be the solver of everything. I don't have to be. What's the second one? I don't know if second one would be coping skills. Make sure I'm healthy. Cope by making sure I'm healthy. I'm taking care of myself. That I matter, and that's a huge one. That helps me stay healthy. And another one would be, I know what I should be saying, exercise and eating healthy, but I'm horrific at both of them. And I used to go for advice. I tend not to do that now. I have more confidence in my own abilities, where most of my life, especially my younger years, I seeked out advice. I share information with someone that helps me cope, but when I share, I'm not necessarily looking for advice. It's just kind of like venting. I don't know if anybody can relate to me that way, but that's kind of what it is. Taking care of myself. Yes, that's right, Susan. And you know what? These things sound so easy, right? But they're not. They're really not. They're really not. When you find yourself in a situation to take care of yourself, and I've gone to a lot of different groups over the years, and it sounds so easy, but it's not easy. It is not easy. Let's see. If I could have 3 wishes, what would they be? This is a good one. 3 wishes. If you could have 3 wishes, what would they be? That's an interesting one. 3 wishes. Well, I think the majority, I'll say just the very one that a lot of people will say, health, happiness, wellness, a genie, so I can get a wish anytime. Yeah, I think it's health and happiness and peace of mind. Peace of mind. Being peaceful in your mind it makes me feel really good. So yeah. Let's see now. If you could go to any place in the world, where would you go? Hi, Linda. Health and less stress. Yes. Health and less stress. 2 big ones. 2 big ones for sure. A bigger nursery, more money to dolls. You know what? That's the first thing I thought of. Susan, that's the first thing I thought of, but I didn't say it because I thought, well, I should say something everybody says, Isn't that terrible? But yes, lots of dolls. And I don't really have a nursery. I have this little space that I have here. But yeah, to have a nursery and more baby dolls, that's a wish for sure. That your husband could retire. We all have good health and above all, God. Oh, that's good, Kay. I hope your husband retires soon. Florida on the beach. Disney World, Florida, Linda says. Where would you go in the world? Disney World, Florida. I've never been to Disney World. That would be a great place to go. I've never been. Angela, Ontario. Good. What's with Ontario? Is there someone there you want to visit, or London or Italy? Yeah, me too. I think the first couple ones that I think of, like, you kind of have a bucket list where you would like to go. I always wanted to go to Anne Frank's museum. That's one of the places I would like to go. And probably Ireland, Scotland, because of heritage. So those are the couple places I would like to go to before my time is over. Great health, peace of mind, go on a worldwide cruise. Oh, a worldwide cruise. Those cruises, like, do they actually stop off so you can get off for a while? Like, I wonder that. Like, the cruises go, did they give you, like, an amount of time you can venture around that area? That would be really nice if they did that, because they actually can explore. I mean, a worldwide cruise, gosh, that would take a long time. That would be nice. My partner, Trevor, wouldn't like that. He gets sick. He gets sick out on the ocean there, so he wouldn't go for that. Family. You have family in Ontario. Okay. Nice. Here's one that's different. Do you have the funniest TV commercial? Is there... Do you have anywhere I could go, anywhere I could be happy? Ah, that's good, Linda. That's good. Anywhere that you're happy. I hope that is where you are right now, my dear. I hope so. That's there's nothing more precious than just inner peace and happiness. It's priceless, right? It's priceless. So your favorite TV commercial. I'm trying to think of my favorite TV commercial. There's so many, I can't narrow it down. I used to like that little fella because I'm, in my 50s. I have a lot of years of commercials. But there's a little fella that used to eat the French fries, and he would take a French fry, dip it in the ketchup, and, that, I don't know what that commercial is. I think it's a Heinz ketchup commercial. I like that one. That was kind of funny. And where's the beef? The elderly ladies. I don't know if that's a Burger King commercial or Wendy's or something like that. I thought that was quite funny too. Charmaine. Mr. Whipped. Mr. Whipped. I don't know that one. I don't think I know that one. Whipple. Whipple even. Mr. Whipple. I'm trying to think. I'll have to look that one up now. I'll have to look that one up. Mr. Whipple. My kids, especially my son who's 15, they really don't understand the commercial world the same way because we don't have cable. And if there is anything, if any of the streaming companies or whatever, Netflix and all those, wouldn't be Netflix, Prime, sometimes a commercial come on. They're quick and you don't have to endure all these commercials until your show comes back on, right? So they really don't understand the commercials. And so sometimes he'll get on YouTube and he'll see some old commercials that used to play and he'll show them to me and he'll think it's the funniest thing. Be like, yeah, we had to endure those weird commercials, My baloney has a first name. Angela, you always make me laugh. That's a good one. I love it. That's a good one. I remember that. I can hear it going in my head right now. The song. It's Shake and Bake, and I helped. Shake and Bake, and I helped. Ooh, nice. Trying to think of that one. It's Shake and I know Shake and Bake, and I helped. I gotta look these up. I can't, like, they don't come to me right away in my mind. Okay, here's a hard one. Well, some people find it real easy, some people find it hard. It's kind of like when you go for a job interview and they ask you the question, what are some of your good traits? What are some of your traits you need to work on, or things? We always can come up with, or I know I can come up with things that I need to work on. I can ramble them off, but this is name 3 things you love about yourself. 3 things you love about yourself. Yes, they are oldies, Kay. I'm going to look them up, though. I know on YouTube they'll probably be on there somewhere. 3 things you love about yourself. I love that I am honest. I'm very honest and open. I never used to be like that. I never used to share things because I was almost trying to, some people try to protect their reputation or themselves or whatever it is. I like that I have, that's gone out of me now, that I am very open, and through my dad, who was in an anonymous program for 30 some years, I've learned and discovered that sharing your own things and your own story helps others. And by helping others, you help yourself. And so before, my younger years, 20s, 30s, you keep those sorts of things to yourself. And then it would just build up. And then somehow you thought you were the only one, or you were alone. But when you talk about things and you share things, you find out that you're not alone. There's many people out there like you. And how other people cope may be something that you may try. It doesn't work for everybody, but by sharing, you learn what other people do. So yeah, I love that part of me that has changed. And I love that I do take those moments of time to think before I react, before I make a decision, even if it's a few days. I love that about myself. Oh, I'm not having a problem here. How bizarre. And I'll say another thing that I love about myself is that I accept my struggles with mental wellness. I accept that I'm going to have some of those days. And if I need to, just go in bed for a couple of days and just cut myself off from the world for a couple of days, that's okay. I don't beat myself up about it. I accept that that's okay. And I don't kind of feel awful that I've done that. I accept that it's okay. And I don't give myself too many more days after that. I kind of say to myself, that's it, get going, you got to get going. And if I can't do that, then I know that I need to seek some professional support and help. But yeah, I give myself those days. And it's okay. Because it's okay to be not okay, right? Let's see what you guys got. You're creative, trustworthy, and loving. Oh, I love that, Susan. Being kind, having my children, and helping anyone. Nice. My sense of humor, my loyalty, and my independence. Yeah, that's awesome, Ange. You are a funny gal. I know that. I'm creative. Kay says, I'm creative, I love others, and I'm truthful. Yep, that's awesome. Creativity is not everybody has that creativity, right? And truthfulness, my gosh. I worked in a nursing home also. I worked PCW, and I did that work for a while, and it's sad. There's some people that just, even as old as they get, they still have so many regrets and so many things that they haven't settled, you know, and it's so good to just get those things settled, you know. If you have things that are bugging you or unresolved issues, to take care of those unresolved issues. What else? I'm an introvert. Yeah. Angela, I speak my mind. Yes, Angela does. She speaks her mind. I know Angela. I've known her since I was, oh gosh, grade 7, I think. No. Grade 9. Yeah. She definitely speaks her mind. I didn't know how to take her at first. I tend to be a people pleaser. Oh gosh, I understand that, Kay, for sure. People pleasing. I understand that for sure. And I knew I had to make a change because I always wanted to please. And I never thought about how it made me feel. Like if I didn't want to do it, I'd beat myself up afterwards. Or I'd grumble about it afterwards to myself or my family. But I couldn't say no. And that's a real hard one, to say no. It's good to keep people, you know, to be nice and kind and all that for people. But, you know, one of the things that people really struggle with is saying no. And it is hard. But that's part of the taking care of yourself. And it takes time. It's little steps, you know, little steps. I found it really hard. And I found when I started saying, no, I'm not sure, or that doesn't suit me right now, or I'd like to, but it's not good for my wellness, or whatever, it made a huge difference for me. But my people pleasing was an issue. Yours might not be an issue. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that mine was an issue where it was always about everybody else and not about what kept me healthy. So, if that makes any sense. What else? Now, let's see. What traits make a good friend? What traits make a good friend? Definitely a friend that's, to have a friend, and I don't have a lot of friends. I have people that I know, but I wouldn't say friends that would come to me if there's a major issue and be there for me, and someone that I can talk to about, you know, anything, I guess, a shoulder to cry on. I don't have that type of friends besides my partner. And it's always been like that for me. I've always been quite a private person, I guess. Loyalty. Yeah, Linda, I get that. I feel like I'm very much the same. I mean, I have a lot of people I know, but a good friend, I think about that more like when I was like in high school. Not high school, because high school I didn't really have any friends. High school's a horrific time for me, but I would say junior high, around there. I had some acquaintances and friendships from workplaces that I worked in, right? And so that was always good. But it wasn't a good friend that I could kind of share everything with, or a friend that would come over and help you out if you needed help with something. Does that make any sense? I mean, I guess it's because I've never been a good friend myself. I've never been a good friend. I've never maintained the friendships. I've never gone that extra mile to maintain a friendship. And that's the truth. That is the truth. I found it once I hit adulthood. I found my mental health, working, and my relationships. My relationship with my husband, who struggled with a severe illness, was very hard to maintain in itself. So to maintain friendships and like, well, let's go out and do this, let's go out and do that. I was so mentally exhausted by the weekend, and then whatever kind of things needed to be done on the weekend when you work full time, and you have children. It was hard. I don't know if it's an introverted thing that you need that downtime. You need that downtime just for you, and you had to fit that in there somewhere too. So the time didn't allow for it. I needed the downtime. You know, I worked in retail, then I worked in PCW work, then I worked in the mental health field, and doing that full time all week, and then going home, I needed that downtime, you know. So I guess was selfish that way. I don't know. It's weird, isn't it? I'm not a good friend. Maybe that's why I don't have any. You've been bullied? Oh, even now, Linda? I'm so sorry. I'm really sorry for that. You know, I can't say I've been bullied. I mean, there's been times in my life people have been, I was not seen, you know? And I'm talking about schooling and stuff like that, especially high school. I just was not seen to be bullied. No one even gave me the time of day, I guess. So I'm sorry. I hope that's not happening still, Linda. I really hope it's not. And if it is, really, you know, the best thing to do is just walk away. Don't give them the time of day. I know I get comments sometimes underneath my videos, and it'll come up on my thing, and I'll just delete it. I don't even respond, because the issue is with them, not with you. And someone that feels they need to do that, obviously they have some things within themselves that they need to feel superior, and they do that by making someone else feel inferior. So you know, just keep reminding yourself that the issue is with them, not you. And yeah, I hope that helps a bit. I used to hate to be alone, but now it's okay. Thank you, Angela. Yeah, you've been living on your own for a long time now. You're amazingly independent. Like, the hurdles and things that you have overcome with such a positive attitude, and I won't share all those because that's personal, but it is astonishing to me. So you rock, girl. I like your dolls. Well, thank you, Brody Appleby. Thank you so much. I love my babies too. Not so much now, from the age 5 till I was 60. Yeah. Well, I'm hoping that that's good now. It's not happening for you now. I like I said, I really, really hope that, you know, when you think back at all those times and you think about those bullies, try to remind yourself that the issue was always with them, not with you. Always with them. You know, the people that appear so strong and confident and are bullying, they're usually the ones that are really sad inside, I think. They're really sad inside. Anyway, Just Cassidy. Hi! Oh, I'm happy you're good now. Thank you for telling me that, Linda. What color is it? I'm not sure what that means, JJ. I am not sure what that means. But I like the happy face. 31 years in your apartment. I know. That's unreal. I've never lived somewhere that long. Wow. You pay for that apartment, Angela. You pay for that whole building. Wow. That's a long time. That's fantastic. You amaze me. You absolutely do. What else do I got in here? Do a couple more. We do a couple more questions. I think it's been going good with these questions. I think you guys don't mind it, and it's been keeping things going. Oh, yes, I have Charlotte with me. This is my Charlotte. My Charlotte's right here. She's my forever baby. I love my Charlotte so much. I love her so much. She is the sweetest looking baby, the most realistic baby. And see her? See my Charlotte? And she's heavy. Like, she is heavy. She's not light. Hey, Charlotte. I love her. Okay. Hi, blessings, reborn dolls. I really enjoyed your last video. How do you love on babies and houses? Thank you. I find mental health stuff is very important. And you know what? When I started this YouTube channel, it was just called for Deaky Mind, and it was all focused on mental health. And then it changed over the time, because I did do that support work for 14 plus years, and it's a passion for me. It's a passion because I did that, that I've experienced it, and myself personally, with my dad, with my partner, my husband at that time, and yeah, so it really is something that really holds true to me, and I really feel a lot of people don't understand, or they really don't understand. So yeah, I do have a big passion for mental health, and now I have my babies in here that make me feel so wonderful and happy and joyful. And what else can I say? I love them. I love everything about my babies. And so yeah, thank you for that. How did I get started on the dolls? Aw, thank you, Kay. She is adorable. Hi, Just Cassidy. Hi. Oh, bye, Just Cassidy. Thank you for dropping in. I really appreciate it. Thank you for all your support. Thank you so much. I hope you can join me again. Okay, how did I get started on the dolls? Well, when I was a girl, like a young girl, I guess, I've always loved dolls. I was always into dolls. It wasn't Barbies. It wasn't stuffed animals. It was always baby dolls. Always baby dolls. And I always wanted baby dolls for Christmas. And I had a little crib. I had my baby dolls in there, and a little high chair, and you know, I set my room up kind of like a little baby place. That's what I did. I loved it. And as I got older, I was still wanting dolls, and I love my mother to death, but she did say to me, it's about, you know, you got to start doing something different. You're too old for dolls now, right? And it was different then, you know, it's different then. So there was a few dolls I picked out that I was going to keep forever. And that's my baby Brenda out there, and Lazy Daisy. And I had a couple others. I lived with my grandma there in Cape Breton for about a year or so, and she loved going to the flea market. Loved it. And she took some of my baby dolls and thought, you know, well, I'll sell these at the flea market. And when I found that out, when I came home and I found that she sold my dolls at the flea market, my heart was broken. I'm like, why would you do that, Nanny? Well, you don't need that. You're too big for that. You're too big for that. So it kind of just went away after that. And I started buying my daughter dolls when she was younger. And I'd bought her baby dolls. She wasn't into the baby dolls. She was more into stuffed animals, stuffy this, stuffy that, stuffy this. And so she wasn't much into baby dolls. And even when she get older, I got her a baby doll. She was 13, I think, and I got her a baby doll. Anyway, it just kind of, they've always been something that I just loved. It was my favorite thing. I just loved how I felt. I was very motherly. I had that motherly thing to me. And I always thought, I'm going to have all kinds of kids when I get older, when I get married. And, we all, not all of us, but some of us think that way. It's not usually financially able to do that. So, yeah. And so I discovered Reborn Babies just, I don't know how I did. I don't know if it was YouTube or it was on Pinterest or what it was. And then I was hooked. Watching, looking, and trying to see where you get them and how do you find these baby dolls and how much are they. And my first baby dolls that I really started looking at, I think really following, was Claire Taylor's baby dolls. Gorgeous, beautiful silicone baby dolls that she does. And I was like, oh my gosh, they look so real. That can't be a doll. That can't be a doll. And started exploring, these are her silicone dolls. She makes them and she paints them. It's just beautiful. And I understand the prices. The prices need to be where they are. They're artistry, right? And art is not cheap, and it shouldn't be. The work and the skill and the energy and the material and the whole thing. I mean, really, it's worth it, every penny. But I just couldn't justify that price for myself and my financial situation. So then I continued to look, and really started falling in love with Reborns. Love the work, and I found them so funny on lives. I really enjoyed it. And I'm just going to shut that off. There's someone calling me. Isn't that strange? It says research or something. Anyway, so I followed them and loved all her babies. And I knew one day I would get one of those baby dolls. And that's what we have here. Charlotte is from In Love with Reborns. So I thought, well, before I got Charlotte, I started exploring with kits myself. I thought, well, if I really can't justify that price, maybe I'll start painting myself. And that in itself, Angela, is a learning curve. Wow. That's all I'll say. It does not come easy, maybe for real creative artistic people. With me, yeah, still working on it. But all my dolls, despite the warts and all, I love them. And I love Charlotte, of course. All right. Yes, you can see her face. I'm sorry, I never seen that right away. Majestic Vlogs, of course. Isn't she beautiful? I'm hoping that phone is making it clear enough, because it is evening, so the lighting is not the greatest. The lighting is not the greatest in my little space here, and it's kind of rainy and dark. I know it's probably best to do a live when it's more bright outside for the lighting part of it, and that's when I try to do my videos. However, I didn't think there'd be many people available to watch. I know there's all different time frames for everyone. Like where I am right now, it's 8 o'clock. So was it pretty clear, Angela? Good. She is such a sweetheart. And when I opened up her box opening, I just couldn't contain my emotions. She is, like, I cannot express enough how beautiful and real this baby looks. Like, and at first, In Love with Reborns had her dressed as a boy. And I was like, okay, yeah, it definitely looks like a boy, looks like a boy. And the way her lips are and her face wasn't saying to me, oh, she's beautiful. Like it was, it was just, I don't know. I was kind of unsure, I was kind of like, well, I want to get one, but I don't know. So then I think a few people on her live wanted her to change the baby and dress her as a girl and see, like, what does she look like as a girl? Well, when she dressed her and took the pictures and put them up on her website there as a girl, I was just like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. And she dropped the price. The price went down. And I'm like, I can't let this go. I have to get this baby girl. So yeah, so she's my first and only baby done by a professional. The others are like I got some from thrift stores, or I painted them myself, or they're old retro babies, or babies up there. Like I got Rub-a-Dub-Dub and a few other babies that are old babies that I found again, that I had when I was a girl, but these are not the exact ones, but I went looking for them, so I found some of those. But so yeah, she's so pretty. I have an older doll by Stephanie. He's 6 years old, and his paint has held. Oh, really? Blessing Reborns? Really? I'd love to see him. I'll have to check your site out. Do you have him on there so I can look? And it's so nice that the paint. I mean, the feeling of the dolls. It's got to be the baking of the paint or something. They feel so nice, so nice. And I was so nervous with her at first. Like, oh my gosh, I didn't even want to dress her because I didn't want anything happening to her. And I'm still quite protective of her. I cover her up, and when I'm not holding her or she's with me, I cover her up. I don't want any dust, dirt, anything. Her hair reminds me of my niece's hair as a baby. Oh, really? The dark hair. The dark, beautiful hair on the top end. And this hair is so soft. Like, I don't even know. I think she said it was Sutherland's mohair, maybe? I think it's something in the States. Yeah. Yeah. I love her. And when they have that weight to them, you really feel like you're holding a real baby, And I don't know what it is. If you have that motherliness to you, I find I automatically rock, and I automatically want to hug and kiss, and it's weird. Some people would think it's weird. I don't. I love it. It gives me, maybe it's the different hormonal feelings that you get, that you feel so excited about with a new baby, I mean, I did experience postpartum depression really bad after my son, but this is different, and it's I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how to explain why I feel so good when I hold them, but I do. Slumberland. Yeah, that's right, Kay. Slumberland. Thank you, Linda. Night, Linda. Thank you for being here. I so appreciate it. It is that nurturing feeling. It is. You nurture, because your kids grow up and it's that you want to care for something, You want to care for something. Well, how about we do one more question and then we will wrap it up. Let's see. I got a few here. How about we do this? What is your biggest fear? What is your biggest fear? I think that definitely has changed a lot over the years for me. But I would say now my biggest fear is somehow losing my life before my children have grown up enough to be independent, confident, and stable within themselves. And I'm not saying an age range for them. I'm saying those things, that they're confident, stable, happy, and independent. That's my biggest fear. If I can, because my son is only 15, and if I can be there until that happens, and that is all good, and I feel like I'd be able to rest easy knowing that they'll be okay, because I think that's my worst thing. My kids needing someone and they're not there. And that's the nurturing part of me, I guess so. Your ex-husband? Oh, and well, I'm happy he's your ex now. I'm happy. And I hope you're safe and you have the supports that you need to keep you safe from that. I really do. That's the same fear you have about your son blessing reborn dolls? Yeah. I think a lot of moms feel that way, you know? Because you know what? I was grown and I didn't really come into my own and be really strong mentally until, gosh, my 40s, you know? My 40s. And I'm 50 now, so 50, yeah. If I can be around until my son is in his 40s, that would be amazing. I don't know if that's going to happen. I really have to get healthier. I really do. But we do what we can, right? That's all we can do, is prepare our kids the best way we can for adulthood, and keep them close with each other so they'll have each other. Oh, your son is 17. Losing your parents, Angela? Oh, it is awful. Losing a parent. I really don't know how to describe it. And what I say is, anything unresolved, I would take care of that now. You don't want to be thinking about those things later. So I know my dad came to me and took me in the room and said to me, like, he died, he had cancer, he died of lung cancer, and it metastasized to his brain. And he said, you know, is there any unresolved issues? And I didn't want to bring all kinds of stuff then. It's not that they were really unresolved, but there was things that probably I would have liked to talk about, you know? So if you can do that prior to someone getting sick, I would suggest some people do that now. And it's hard, but just, it's good. It's good to do that now, you know? It's important. All have babies. My kids are in their 40s. Oh, that is good, Kay. That is good. That's my wish. That's what I would really wish for myself, for my being. So guys, I am thrilled that I had some people here and I had people participating. And I want to thank you guys so much for subscribing to my channel, for checking in, for liking, for commenting. It's been fantastic. I feel like the Reborn world is a huge community. I feel like I have my own little community going on, and it really helps me feel like I'm part of something. And I hope you guys feel the same way. And yeah, so thank you once again so much. And I think we've been on for a little while. Let me see. Yeah, we have been over an hour. So best thing is to forgive and forget. You do that for your benefit, not theirs. You're right. You're right. You do that for your benefit. You're right. Thank you so much for that. Great live chat. Thank you, Brenda. That is my mother. Brenda Reed, my mother shows up. Thank you, Brenda. Okay, guys. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, Angela. Thank you. Love yous. Bye. Oh, Mother Hubbard. I looked at it first and went, Brenda, and then when I seen Reed, I went, that's my mother. I'm happy you know how to get on here now, Mother Hubbard. Bye, Kay. Good night. I don't know how to turn this off. Let's see. I think I just exit out. Bye, everybody.